So lastly for today, I kind of want to see, let's try and introduce another feature perhaps that we can use on topography that might be helpful to us. Now, we simply have a driveway here, but what if we wanted to go another direction in this instance? So let's go to our site view. And on our site view, I don't want to look at this shaded view, so I'm going to go down here and I'm going to click on wireframe, or I'm just going to type in WF on the keyboard. Now, I'm going to draw something. Let's see if I can make this work the way I want it to. On the Annotate tab, often I like to use a feature called Detail Line. Detail lines are 2D lines that will only exist in the view you draw them in. Now, what do I mean by that? If I drew a detail line in this view all the way across my site, and then I went to the Architecture tab and I drew a model line. A model line is a 3D line that will exist in every view. So now if I go to my 3D view, notice you see my model line, but you do not see my what? You do not see my detail line, okay? I'm going to delete those both. And I'm just going to work with detail lines under the Annotate tab, a very handy tool. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to draw what looks like a bit of a path around my house. I'm just going to draw it from here, and I'm not going to try and make it fancy. I'm just going to draw that, and then I'm going to offset that detail line by going to the Modify tab and clicking the Offset command, and I'm going to offset them 6 feet. And I'm going to offset this way and this way. And then I'm going to use the trim command to trim that corner. And then I am simply going to grab this, right? And I'm going to go mirror, draw axis, and I'm just going to pick a point somewhere here. I'm not going to go to the middle. I'm going to mirror that over, and then I'm going to trim here and here, and trim here and here as well. Now I'm going to go to my massing and site tool, and I'm going to go over here. I'm going to say split surface. Split surface will split my topo into 2 different surfaces so I can assign different materials to them. Well, why would I want to do that? Well, maybe I want a jogging track around a football field, or I want a path going down a street. So I'm going to hit split surface and I'm going to pick this, and now it's offering me an option. And look, here's my friend again, pick lines. I could sketch, but I'm just going to say pick, 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 and pick, and I'm going to say finish. And now it says the splitting boundary must split the surface into exactly 2 pieces. I'm going to pause the video so we... Okay, so when I hit the check mark, it said it had to be split into 2 pieces. Well, okay, I need to close this loop. So I'm going to say draw me a line from here to here, and then draw me a line from here to here. Now, I don't know who would ever make a path like this around their house, but and I just hit TL on the keyboard, or TR, or trim up here, I'm closing the loop is what I'm doing. And when I close the loop and hit the check mark, it says it must be split into 2 pieces. It's still touching the edge, people. So what I have to do now is grab those 2 end pieces and move them up slightly, and now it will do it. Now, if I look at a 3D view, notice what happens. I have what looks like a what? A path that is what? That is sloping along with my land. So, if you think about this, if we had a larger property and we wanted to bring roads onto our property, and our property and topography was sloping, right? If I just try to put a lot of times what people will do, they will go to architecture, and you can use a floor to build a road, right? I can just go grab an architectural floor and I can say, I want a road that's going to go from the front of my property all the way to the back. The problem with that is that in this view, that does not follow the profile of the land. But there's a way we can do that. And that's what we'll pick up on when we come back to topography in a couple of weeks.